Hello and welcome back. This is my third video after 2.5 weeks. I got a bit busy after my second video. I had to finish up my college assignments and chase up for some other work. Now, this week I wanted to share with you about this one particular post I found on Facebook. It said, real estate is no longer a good investment. In fact, you're better off renting than owning a property. Now, I find the theory incorrect, and I wanted to share with you some factual figures and explain to you why that theory is wrong. I created a few slides, and I wanted to keep this video short, so let's go to it.
So to prove my theory that buying a property is still a good investment as compared to renting a property, here are the four considerations that I took. The price of a new property, the cost to rent a property, the appreciation rate of a property, and the bank interest rates. So I scouted around for properties within the Klang Valley that is below 500,000. Now there are more than this, but I took these 6 random properties I found on one developer site. Of the 6, 3 of it was above 400,000 and 3 of it was below 400,000. So for my theory, I've taken 400,000 as a benchmark for a new property. As for the cost of rent, I actually scouted around for some properties that matches the same type of new developments available, and these are some properties I found. Now it ranges from 1,300 to 1,900. Yes, there are properties lower than 1,300, but I just took an average of the lowest properties, and I will be using 1,300 as a benchmark for my theory. To get the appreciated value of a property, I actually took the developer selling price versus the recently advertised price. Now, the recently advertised price is the average price of the number of properties over there. So, for an example, OUG Park Lane, the developer sold it at 258,000, and the average recently advertised price was 320,000, which gave an appreciated value of 25% over a period of 5 years. So I averaged it out and it was about 5%. Another example will be Liberty Arc, Ampang, UK. The developer selling price was about 299,000 onwards, and the recently advertised price was 345,000. That was an appreciated value of 15% estimated over the year. So unless you're a multimillionaire, you need a housing loan to purchase a property. This table, I took it off from ringgitplus.com. It shows that the interest rates varies from 3% to 5%. So to prove my theory, I'll actually be using the interest rates given by OCBC Bank, which is 4.45% with a monthly installment of 1,813 ringgit and 39 cents. That means to say the monthly you will be investing an additional 513 ringgit every month on the property purchased. Now, the assumptions I'm actually going to be using for this theory is the actual investment itself, which is the property of 400,000 and the appreciation value of either 1% or 5%. And of course, the actual monthly investment of 513 ringgit and 39 cents. The reason why I say it's only 513 ringgit and 39 cents is because either way, whether you live in a rented property or you live in your own house, you still got to pay the rent, right? So let's go. From the assumption earlier, I created two scenarios. One scenario is basically a property with a 1% appreciation rate year over year. And the second scenario is a property with a 5% appreciation rate year over year. Now, if you actually look into the Jamaican flag, the black, yellow, and green bar, the black bar is basically a cumulative rental that you would have paid year over year. The yellow is a cumulative investment, the 513 ringgit that you made year over year. The green is pretty much the clean profit that you would have made at the point of sale. When I say clean profit, it means to say it has taken into consideration of everything that you've invested in. Your down payment, if there is any, the rental that you pay 1,300, and also the monthly investment that you put into it, the 513 ringgit. Now the only thing not taken into consideration here is the taxes and any additional fees that you need to pay the lawyer and the government. Uh, if you look, if you fast forward 5 years down the line, you'll actually see that you've invested 30,000 ringgit on the property and you had paid a rent of 78,000. And if you were to sell the property at the 5 year point, you would have actually made a 48% return on your investment. Now with this scenario, it's a 5% appreciation rate on the property purchased. The calculations used are exactly the same, and the profit returns is 253%.
So to summarize the whole video, when you actually pay rent, you're technically paying almost the whole installment for someone else. So if you're actually renting a property now, try to make it a point that you do purchase a property. Now, do not be afraid of the 10% down payment. It does sound huge, but the reality is there's a lot of developers out there who actually provide zero down payment on the property itself. They absorb whatever agreement fees, etc. on the property. Now, I hope this provides you some insights and it's helpful. Alright, so adios. Oh, wait. If you found this useful, do share it out with your friends. Do follow me on my page, and if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. If you're watching this on Insta, do follow me. But whatever you do, just make sure you do something. Alright, adios.